I like to watch mobile esports, mainly League of Legends and Dota 2. I enjoy every part of the game, especially the draft. Luckily, there is a game for me. Teamfight Manager, indie auto battler with champion selection similar to MOBAs. I already beat the game and got most of the achievements. But in the latest patch, Team Samoyed added a new game option to play with Fearless Draft. Fearless means once you picked a champion, you cannot choose it again in the same series. It has some downsides in mobile esports, but here, in the game about drafting champions, I think it's amazing. With it, you cannot choose the same team over and over again until you win. In Teamfight Manager, there is a slightly different approach on Fearless. Only champions from 2 previous games are not available. So in the best of 5 series, you can choose the same team in game 4 as in game 1. I'm fine with that, especially because there is not much champions at the beginning of the game. Other fearless option is where neither team can pick all champions which were chosen in the last 2 games. For now, I find it pretty annoying, so I decided to start New Game Plus with first fearless, insane difficulty and random starting champions. All the rest are default options. I consider myself a good player, but insane difficulty is really hard. Before we begin, I can use simulator tool to test matchups. I love this tool, but don't trust it 100%. Since it's auto battler, there is randomness in target selection, abilities, timings and more. So when you calculate the result of the same matchup, you can get different results. But if the score is very one-sided, then it's safe to assume it will always happen. I also enjoy choosing a sponsor. It's a little gamble what you will achieve in the season. It can be a win streak of 5 matches, it can be winning 5 times 2-0, it could be related to stats like sum of kills or deaths. I was confident and picked bet to have at least 8 wins at the end of the season. There are some other activities, like training players, crafting items, upgrading house, but I'll skip them. I want to focus on main part of the game. You could say there are some basic rules. AI is simple, usually choosing the closest target, so having front to back composition works pretty well. It's a tank in the front with damaging hero behind. Add a healer on top of that and you have a composition. To spice it up, assassins exist. They access backline very easily, ruining base game plan. There are also some champions with powerful ultimates which could change the dynamic of the game as well. Obviously, draft is not super exciting in 2v2 game, but I wanted to warm up since I haven't played in a while. Only one ban for each side and then picking one by one. First game, and we both chose melee heavy comps. Gameplay might not feel exciting, but for me, when it's close, I get really into it. Team which scores more kills within a minute wins. It cannot be speed up or skipped. If you don't find battle interesting, you can go AFK or watch something in the background. I do like to analyze outcome of the combat, so I know what picks are good and why. I scored my first victory and I thought whole league will be easy. Then I went through painful process of reminding how champions work. My memory is corrupted by fact I finished playing in 4v4 mode with all champions. In 2v2 combat you look for completely different attributes. And I found out how much better are players in other teams. Understandably, I started losing. A lot. Just so you see the difference. Here is how this matchup played out in a real game, and here is a result of a simulator tool. It clearly shows how important player stats are in the early game. I enjoy statistics in this game. Every half of the season we get meta summary report. What is played, what wins the most, combinations and counters. You can also check full statistics of every champion, its win rate, average damage dealt, KDA and much more. There are also statistics for each team. What they picked the most, and what they banned the most. The only thing I miss is match history of other teams. Maybe it's to prevent spending too much time analyzing it. In the end, it's not super deep game. Other great thing is new patch. Not only adding new champions, but randomly changing existing ones. Teamfight Manager never feels soft for too long, and you can even change frequency and size of patches. I lose some more games, and at the end of the season I finished second to last, which doesn't qualify me for a playoffs. Here is presentation how hard insane difficulty is. I picked Swordsman with Monk versus Knight with Shrine Maiden and I lost. In the next game we switched. I picked Knight with Shrine Maiden and enemy picked Swordsman with Monk. I lost on both sides of the matchup. It means I must be much better in draft phase in order to have winning chance. And I also got bored of in-game sounds, so I replaced them with random music. I decided to start over, this time with base champion pool instead of fully random. Starting champion pool is slightly bigger than in regular new game. It has to be that way because it's fearless draft. I'm aware if you are currently watching League of Legends, then they play hard fearless, but it's also over 170 champions there. So I think in Teamfight Manager, hard fearless is a bit of an overkill. Might try that later, but I don't expect enjoying enemy ruining draft for future rounds. Swordsman is OP at the start. Looks like Berserker is too. In 2v2, he almost cannot be killed. I like how the only way to speed up the match is to surrender. It keeps League of Legends spirit. In my last match, I was facing leader of the league, Broken Buffaloes. I used all my brain power and managed to beat them in clean 2-0 fashion. That secured my spot in the playoffs, since I would be 7th again if I lost. Also, it could be 3-way tie if I only win with a score 2-1. So I barely made it. It was good learning experience. Game so far is fun and challenging. But what excited me the most was my playoff run. At that time of the season, my players are almost as good as opponents. Opening round versus Careful Cats. I start with red side and ban strong healer. Two OPs are being picked, Berserker and Swordsman. Then I counter Pyromancer with Ninja. To be fair, in the statistics, Ninja dealt the most damage in this patch. He's obviously awful versus Berserker, but maybe he will be able to dodge him. Clearly he wasn't. Even double Ninja sex versus Ultimate Berserker. Next round I ban Swordsman and pick Berserker. Add a healer and it has to be a free win. It's more than a win, it's a domination. Now fearless draft makes this match interesting. I don't have either champion I consider must pick. I leave Swordsman open and try to play long range. They pick Ninja, which is really bad for me. I try to save the draft with Shieldbearer. My all hope is that Ninja chooses wrong target. Well, I was wrong again. Now there is no room for mistakes. I pick Swordsman with a healer. There is no Ninja, but other assassin is being picked. Ghost, very random, but insanely snowbally. There is no time for him to stack up, so we are tying game 2-2. Berserker is available for both, but I already left him in last round, so I'm not afraid. He obviously was picked, so I'm stealing best healer partner. And since they've got a double melee, I went with Magic Knight. Both teams have one champion with useless ult, but because I didn't pick a single crowd control, I was favored against Exorcist. In current meta, Berserker is most contested pick, with almost 90% presence. I'm wondering how it counted if neither of team can pick it. Nevertheless, it doesn't have huge win rate at all. Shrine Maiden leads the way with amazing healing and solid damage. Now that I'm smarter, I try to leave Berserker open. Angry Anchors already banned Swordsman for me. It's an exact repeat from round 5 previous match. Closer than I would like to be, but win is a win. Ban Swordsman and I'm gonna show how to play Berserker. Although Ghost will annoy my priestess. Well, lol, he can't kill her 1v1. It's a very weird assassin. Strange score, only 7 deaths in total from both teams. But I'll take 2-0 lead. Left Swordsman open and counter with higher range carry. Devil is really annoying to play against. She swapped plays with backline champion and cast Root. Fitting counter to Devil is Exorcist. He can immediately cleanse the Root and he gains stack powering up his ult. It's still a very close game due to chaos created by the Devil. I feel like I already figured out the game, but 2 matches left in the playoffs. I only need to win one more to advance to the next league. AI looks like playing smart. He banned Ninja and picked Archer. Although I felt like in some patches Archers could easily 1v1 Ninja because of her kiting ability. I go for a solid combination of Swordsman and Shrine Maiden. It wasn't as solid as I expected. That's good, game is not too easy. There are plenty of picks that weren't explored yet. But it's too late to find new composition. I need to play what works for sure. And his name is Berserker. As always with a healer. And it's again versus Ghost. But this time he killed my priestesses early on. It changes quite a lot, but I hope for the best. It's awful whenever one champion dies and other has no chance in 1v2. They just rotate doing 1v2. But I got them in the overtime. Too close for comfort. Next round, banned Berserker and then draft wasn't easy. It was first time enemy picked Monk. I didn't want to lose, so I fought for a long time. Shield Bearer can be combined with almost everything, so it felt like safe pick. He chose Ninja, so I was afraid to choose range. It was mostly between Devil and Archer, so I decided to not give an easy target to Ninja. And hopefully Devil can do some damage with ultimate. This game gives me emotion like no other. Once champions are picked and game starts, there is nothing I can do. Only cheering and hoping for the best. I know it's watching outcome of a simulation, but I rarely play a game that entertains just by doing nothing. Score was 8-5, but it felt close for the most of the fight. That's unpredictable nature of auto battler, and I love it. In the next round I'm able to pick champions from round 1. I do it brainlessly. And opponent chooses exact counter he won with in round 1. I don't know what I was thinking. Turns out not only AI do awful drafts. I pick Exorcist as my tanky frontline and hope enemy will choose crowd control. I got lucky with Devil Answer. I go for pure damage last pick in form of an Archer. I don't know if it was a bug or intended interaction, but my Archer ultimate was cancelled by Devil swapping position. Timing on it was extremely awful. Luckily, I was able to win anyways. I secured a spot in the next league, but I feel unstoppable and go for a trophy. Round 1. They ban Berserker, I ban Ninja. They pick Archer, I answer with Sniper, which is an easy counter. Longer range, less mobile, but usually outduels in 1v1. Enemy picks Exorcist, so I take easy Swordsman. That's actually a no-brainer, since I don't do any CC. Well, he won anyways, I guess his tank was too strong. That's weird because Swordsman should shred through armor. Maybe Broken Buffalo's players are just better, and I need to do better. Round 2. It's a usual Berserker versus Swordsman. I pick support to keep Viking alive, and enemy picks a tank. There is a chance. Every time Maiden stays alone, it's a bad news. And that's an amazing ultimate for Swordsman. Amazing for him. Game is too close for comfort, but I am able to snatch a victory. Let's go round 3. Enemy first picks Berserker. I promised my player he will play a fighter. Now I need to find a second champion that fits it well. I believe my draft is not good, but his is much worse. Pyromancer doesn't really do much in 2v2, unless your team stays in fire for no reason. But I get 2-1 lead. It's all amazing. I never thought I'll be so close to win. I finished 5th in regular season after all. Analyzing what is available to pick for both sides is fun, especially now with Fearless. I have different possibilities than my opponent. In hard Fearless we'll share champion pool. I will definitely try it one day, but I have a game to win. I first pick Monk, enemy has Archer. I picked Ghost and hope he will snowball into infinity. Monk can keep him alive, but they are killing him way too fast. There is not enough time for me to get rolling. Last round, do or die. It feels like a movie script. My final composition is Berserker with Shrine Maiden, something I've been using from the very beginning of the season. With Swordsman banned, enemy is left with low damage composition, and I thrive. Beautifully outclassed. And that wraps up this season. I am crowned victorious. We'll be continuing my adventure and hopefully sharing it with you as well. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.